Hi there, Phil the Practical Gardener again. This tip is about having harvest available from your garden throughout the year. As I do, I am able to consume produce that I have grown through 12 months of the year. So that's what we're going to discuss today in a range of different tips. So let's get into it. You can see that beside me here I have leeks growing, so I'm filming this in early autumn. I planted these leeks several months ago. They're growing really well. By winter they'll be full-sized and they will happily sit in the ground right through winter, and they will be crisp and ready to eat. I also sowed another crop of carrots this morning. Carrots are much quicker growing than leeks, so I can grow them closer to the winter. I'll also be planting a row of mixed brassicas today as well. I might get away with another planting before winter. Other crops that can be grown and consumed through the winter include Brussels sprouts. It isn't really cold enough here to bring them on properly, so I don't bother with them. There are parsnips. I also grow salad greens and spinach through the winter successfully. However, having said that, winter is not the best time to have crops growing. Newly planted vegetables will be very prone to attack by rotting organisms, also slugs and snails. Also, the ground will be heavy and hard to work if you're wanting to weed or to plant more crops, and any form of cultivation will be hard on the ground. So we'll talk a little bit about some other things that you can do during that season. Seeds of some crops can be sown in trays or punnets through the winter. This is what I do. I can plant them out in early spring. In my case, this includes onions, salad greens and brassicas such as cabbage, cauliflower and broccoli. All of these crops can be planted during any season apart from midwinter. Peas, carrots and broad beans or fava beans can be grown outside in early spring. I sow warm season crops during late winter under cover and plant them out in mid-spring after the danger of frost has passed. This includes tomatoes, peppers, chili and cucurbits such as cucumber, melons and pumpkin or squash. Other vegetables can be sown outdoors directly once the soil has warmed up. This includes beans and sweet corn. The cropping season can be extended with the use of a greenhouse. This is a useful way of producing warm season crops earlier in the spring. Although these plants won't thrive over winter, plants that are suited to cool conditions, such as salad greens and brassicas, can crop very well through winter in a greenhouse environment. My friend Dave grows celery, broccoli and lettuces in his tunnel house over winter, and in early spring he also plants his warm season crops amongst them while they are still maturing. In temperate latitudes, although some vegetables can be harvested year-round, it is worthwhile to maximise cropping through summer and autumn, storing the food for consumption over winter. Onions, potatoes, pumpkin and squash can be stored in a cool, dry place through winter. Tomatoes, peppers, beans, beetroot, zucchini or courgettes and sweet corn lend themselves to being processed or frozen for later use. In fact, almost any vegetable except salad greens can be stored in some way for later use. We store truckloads of preserves in jars and our freezer ready for winter. If your main focus, as with mine, is to maximise cropping over the warm season, you can grow a cover crop such as mustard, lupin and broad beans or fava beans through the winter to protect the soil structure and contribute organic matter to it. Tender young tips and leaves from some of these plants are suitable for harvesting for salads during winter. I let borage self-seed and grow through the winter in my empty plots. They have many benefits, from providing food for bees during the lean months through to improving the quality of my soil. I hope that this range of tips is useful to you. Just a reminder that I have actually produced a range of video clips on different types of vegetables such as carrots, sweet corn, tomatoes, etc. But currently I'm developing some on general aspects of vegetable garden, such as companion planting in vegetables, how to look after the soil, and this one which is about having harvested vegetables throughout the year. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so, and also like this tip so you'll be sure to see others as they become available. And of course, as always, thank you very much for watching this through to the end.